took about a week off from working on the Scamp because we had to order a bunch of things on Amazon. It's tricky right now because the stores, you still have to like wait in line to go in, and they're only letting limited amounts of people in. So we ordered, this is our bag of stuff from Amazon, and I kind of just needed a break from painting and everything, but it's looking pretty good. We got the cabinets and stuff with the base coat of white, and then today I'm taping out the design. I'm kind of playing around with the tape to see what I like. And then I got the yellow paint, which I also had to order on Amazon. Never ordered paint on Amazon, but that's going to be the top coat on all the cabinets to kind of brighten it up a little bit in here. But I'll show you some of the stuff that we got to start decorating and kind of putting our own spin on the look of the Scamp. I've got some kind of yellow pom-pom fringe to add a little decoration to some of the pillows and curtains and stuff. I got this drawer liner that I'm really excited about that has golden pineapples on it. And then this is the enamel paint. So there's some rust on the stairs. There's actually a lot of rust on the stairs, and we're going to try to get that off with a metal sander and then recoat it to see if we can get a little bit more time out of it. Eventually we're just going to have to take the stairs off and get a new set to put on, but hopefully we can get a little bit more time out of it. This is, I think this is the plastic conditioner. So the plastic that runs around all the windows on the outside, this is the conditioner that we'll put on that to make sure nothing dries out or cracks. We got new LED light bulbs. We had to change the outside light bulb, but we figured out they also fit in some of the inside ones, and they're a lot brighter than the old ones. So that's going to really help, because our main complaint about the inside of the Scamp is that it's kind of dark at night. So I think these light bulbs will probably make a pretty good improvement on that. This is self-leveling sealant, so we can redo some of the seals on the roof. It rained really hard this morning, and we didn't have the cover on the Scamp, so we came in afterwards to see if anything leaked or if anything was wet, just to like really double check, and everything looked good. So, no leaks. We got some waterproof dielectric grease for the hookup in the front. That's a little bit more of the metal paint, came in a case of 2. This is the fabric that I got to redo the door of the Scamp. So I took a scrubby thing for cleaning carpets and worked on that and worked on that and worked on that to try to get the marine insulation clean, because at the bottom of the door some of the road dirt and things kind of gets in because the seal isn't perfect. And as hard as I scrubbed that, it's still kind of grungy looking. So I'm going to try to reupholster. I'm just going to go right over the top. I don't want to pull off that marine fur. I was on the Scamp forums reading about people doing renovations to their Scamps, and a lot of them said when they actually pulled the fur off, they wish they hadn't, because it's so good at insulating the walls and preventing condensation. So I want to leave that on there. It just needs a covering so that it looks a little bit nicer. And this is like it's almost like burlap. It's a little bit softer than burlap. And it has a treatment on it that makes it semi-water resistant. Like water will bead up when it's on here, and stain resistant. So hopefully it will not get all that road dirt and stuff that sticks to it. But we also fixed the seal on the door. So the seal on the door should be better. New fabric on the door. It should look really nice, especially when the door is open. It has that like cute Scamp look to it, so I want the door to look nice. The theme color of the Scamp was red. The previous owners created these custom curtains with red lining on them, and we have Gore-Tex that goes over all the windows, and that's all red, and it's great. So we want to keep all that stuff because it was custom made for our Scamp. And I wanted to add a little bit more color, so I figured yellow would be a way to brighten up the space and to just add a little bit of character and fun. So I put these yellow pom-pom trim on the windows and on the area around the Fantastic fan, and I think it looks really cute. Brings a little extra special element. And then this is that pineapple drawer liner that I got, and I went back and forth about the pineapples for a little while thinking it was going to be too much, but I actually love how they turned out. It's very fun. It adds a little bit of color and design to the insides of the cabinets where you would normally just see some of the exposed fiberglass, so this will also make it easier to keep the insides of the cabinets really clean. So there's the new drawer liners. Pretty nice. Not the easiest thing to get in and actually have them line up and not get it stuck to your hand or stuck to the wall, but once they're in, they look pretty good. Redford's exhausted. I don't know why. He hasn't done anything today. Red, what are you doing? Why are you so tired? Alright. I think this is the last drawer or cabinet that I'm going to do, but there you can see that's like the fiberglass lining and the scamp fur inside the cabinets and the wall. But I have to admit, if the whole quarantine thing wasn't going on, we probably wouldn't be, oh hi Red, we probably wouldn't be, oh hello, putting all this work into the Scamp. We would probably be out using it right now and traveling and doing things, but since it's Memorial Weekend and we can't take the Scamp anywhere yet, the campgrounds are all still closed, it kind of forces us to do some work on the Scamp, so I guess that's a good thing. We'll have fancy drawer liners and fancy painted cabinets by the end of this. Hopefully by the time things open up and we can go out and actually use this thing for what it's supposed to do. There's the finished product. Pretty good. All the pineapples instead of the exposed fiberglass in there. A little smoother. The next part of the process was to figure out what kind of a design I wanted to have on the outside of the cabinets. The white was just a little bit too plain for me, and I had seen some interesting techniques on Pinterest using painter's tape to mask out certain areas. Painting over the top of that, you peel the painter's tape off and you get these really nice crisp lines. Right now I'm having a little bit of trouble kind of figuring out exactly what sort of design I want to do on the cabinets. I have the yellow paint. I've taken the painter's tape and kind of put some sort of designs here and there, and it's a little weird looking right now because it's a lot of blue, and everywhere that's blue right now is going to be white. So that'll give you a little bit more of an idea. I'm still really not sure what it's going to look like though, because I've never used painter's tape like this to do designs. Not exactly like this anyway. So I think I just want to paint one of the cabinets and then pull the tape off and see what it looks like. And that's going to help me to make decisions on some of the other ones, because I don't want it to be too busy in here, but I also don't want it to look too plain. Like, I'm trying to strike a good balance between having a little bit of fun and character, but not being like overwhelming. So yeah, and I'm trying to kind of use the design of it to create the illusion of space. So lines from side to side to kind of make the trailer feel longer. The bathroom door, I kept that up and down line for a little bit of height. So yeah, I don't know. I think I just have to paint one of them and see what it comes out like. I also want to see how bright this yellow is and how well it covers, because the white took like a million coats. to cover everything. Hopefully the yellow is a little bit better. A couple little tricks to make this whole process work better. I always try not to put too much paint on the roller, because if you have a ton of paint on there, it will tend to bleed under the tape more. And then the second thing is that you want to take the painter's tape off before the paint is 100% dry. That just helps to make sure that the paint isn't going to peel off with the tape when you pull that up. So the good thing was that the yellow actually looks great right now. It covered just one coat with the roller, which I'm super happy about. I don't want to overdo the yellow. I don't know, I'm having a really hard time figuring out how much is too much right now in such a small space. But what I want to do is just take the tape off the first one. It's going to give me a better idea of like how clean the lines are and how overpowering the yellow is, and then I can start to think about how many other things I'm going to paint right now. So not too bad, a little bit of bleeding underneath the tape, but the reason I wanted white as the base color is because I can go back and touch that up pretty easily. And this isn't the finished design. I'm going to go back in and add a little bit more detail in there. There's going to be another shape on that. But I'm happy with the yellow. It covered very, very well. So that's good. All right, now decision time. This one actually came off even better. The lines are cleaner. I must have pushed the tape down a little bit better. I actually think I really like it. This one came out really crisp. Super happy with that. So hopefully the door will be the same. So I'm trying to figure out, do I want to paint the center panel of the door yellow? And I'm kind of leaning toward yes, because you can see the white. This is 4 coats of white. You can see it's still a little patchy in there. No matter how many coats I put on, it really didn't cover great. So again, trying not to do too much yellow. Maybe I'll take these off first and then reconsider if I want the whole door yellow. But I'm kind of liking it. I think it makes it really sunny and happy in here, which is what we're going for, right? Camping is our happy time. Now you might be looking at the design on these cabinets and thinking that it looks like the yellow line on a road, but this is not the finished product of the design. I'm going to go back and put more yellow and some gold highlights in there. The past couple of weeks have been all about working on the Scamp, because right now with the COVID-19 pandemic, there's really nothing that we can do. There's nowhere that we can go with the Scamp right now. So we were kind of taking advantage of that time to get some work done. We've really done a pretty good amount of work. There's still a lot more to do, but the good news is we found out, so today is May 25th, it's Memorial Day, and we found out as of Saturday, New Jersey was allowing some of the campgrounds to open. The state campgrounds are not going to open yet, but some of the private campgrounds can open, and if you have a self-contained RV where you have your own bathroom like we do, thank goodness, you can start to go camping. So immediately Patrick went on and booked us a campsite for this coming weekend, which I'm super excited about because we were supposed to go camping 2 weekends ago for my birthday, and we had to cancel that trip. I was really disappointed about that, but we're gonna get to do kind of a simplified makeup trip. We were going to go up to New Hope, Pennsylvania, which is one of our favorite areas. Washington's Crossing, Lambertville, really great stuff to do up there, but since everything's closed, it's also like there's no point in going up there. So we're gonna go down to Cape May instead. It's closer to us, less of a drive. I have to work on Friday until like 5 o'clock, so Pat's gonna get everything set up and then come back and probably pick me up from work, and then we'll head down there. And the extra bonus is that the campground that we found is dog friendly. They actually just switched over to allowing dogs, so Redford gets to go. So right now the Scamp is like in complete disarray because I've been working on it for the past couple of weekends, and now I'm going to start to switch everything over from working on it, even though it's not done, to getting it ready to actually use it this weekend. So I'm pretty excited about that. Redford's hanging out in here with me while I clean up. So the painting's definitely not done, but I'm just gonna leave it the way it is right now. I ran out of painter's tape, which is what I really need to get these super nice clean lines like this. So I'll grab some more painter's tape for the next time. Red, what you doing? You getting ready? All right, not very enthusiastic. So yeah, I'm gonna start cleaning up. I have to put all the hardware back on. That's the biggest thing. The hardware was taken off so that I could paint all the cabinets, and that just makes it really difficult to open them. So I'm gonna put the hardware and the hooks back up so we can actually use the space a little bit better. But pretty happy with how everything is coming along. The main idea was that I just wanted the camper to be brighter and have better light, and I think we have accomplished that. I feel like there's definitely better light in here. So pretty excited to actually get out and finally start the camping season. First I got the hooks and put them on the bathroom door. This is where we like to put a lot of our jackets and things. It's a really convenient spot to hang something because it's easy access from the front door of the Scamp. And I was happy with how the gold paint turned out. It brightened everything up and it was sticking to the hardware, which is one of the things that I was concerned about. And then I put the hardware on the other cabinets, and I think the color combination looks really good with the gold and the yellow. Once all the hardware was back on, I started putting our food into the cabinets and getting everything ready to go for our first trip of the season. Got it pretty well set. Pretty happy with how it's looking right now. Made the bed, got some of the food in here. We just have to grab a few more things to cook for the weekend, but overall it's looking pretty good. Tomorrow Pat's gonna clean the floor and caulk the seams there where I had to fix some of the flooring was kind of bubbling up a little bit. But I think that's the last thing that we're going to do before we actually use it next weekend. And then we can think more about how we're going to finish off the paint, and the design on the cabinets isn't quite done yet. There's going to be a little bit more gold detailing and things like that, so not the finished product, but definitely ready for use. So pretty excited about that. Hopefully the weather cooperates.
Well, you worried about you and me, the injustice, the next president to be, the news and what you hear, your career. It's time for you to face those fears, and it's all fair to be aware, and I'll be there. So don't be scared, just take a deep breath of air